So let's give exactly that much huge applause for our first amazing storyteller, Rosie!
I think so, yeah. Woo! So growing up, I was always falling in love, right? In kindergarten, I had my first kiss by Lisa. In the first grade, me and my friends, we hung around. We were all in love with Amanda. I think we practiced our dance moves, getting ready for Amanda, right? And it was sometime around between first and second grade that I realized, you know what? I had to keep my crushes to myself because girls in the 80s do not love girls. And so I went into this imaginary world, and my imaginary world was pretty fabulous. I was super fly, right? I was really cute. I got all the girls. I was kind of like Tevin Campbell, right? And I would walk up to girls. I'd be like, can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. And they'd be like, sure. Right, so it was hot. It was hot. Don't feel sorry for me. But, as I got older, it got, in high school, it got a little played out. My friends, they had, real girlfriends and boyfriends, and I didn't. And, I decided I was going to go to, a Catholic university, LaSalle, and I was going to find love, and I was going to be like them, and I was going to find a man. But then summer happened, and, I started coming out. And, I started dating, and life, I was like, all right, I could be queer. I was into this. And fast forward to the summer between my sophomore and junior year at college, I went home, and me and my best friend, Dan, we were, hanging out. We went to our friend Pete's house, and Pete's older sister, Dominique, was there, and we were like, woo, Dominique. And Dominique was a year older than me. We went to high school together, and all the boys liked her, right? And, a girl, me. Right, so, and Dominique had just come back from Japan, so she was, hella enlightened, right? She was, a vegetarian. She was Buddhist. She read, Carlos Castaneda and, the Celestine Prophecy, and I was like, yo, you're beautiful and you're enlightened. I need you, right? So, but Dan also liked her, of course, right? And so it was, a little bit of a back and forth, a Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson, girl is mine. I was Michael Jackson. I was like, the girl is mine, mine, mine. And he'd be like, no, she's mine, mine. So I was like, I didn't even know if she was queer, but, it was fun. And then we went to this party, we were hanging out. All of a sudden, she kissed me. And I was like, what? I was like, this is on. I was like, sorry, Dan. And we had this summer love, and it was, amazing, right? And it was one of those loves that I was just, so beyond myself that I don't even know if I really even saw her. It was kind of more about me, and I was in love with the idea of me with Dominique. And I don't even know if I saw Dominique. And, the summer ended, and she went to Hofstra in Long Island. I went to LaSalle, and we kind of kept it going. I was going to make this happen, right? And she came to see me, and things were, a little off, but I was like, it's cool. And, the night before she left, she told me she loved me. And I was like, what? I was like, wow, Dominique loves me. This is awesome, right? And so a couple days later, she calls me up, and she's like, this ain't gonna work. And she broke my heart. And she didn't really even give me any kind of reason. She's just like, this is over, don't call me kind of thing. And I was like, what? And I cried, man. I woke up in the morning. I was in the shower, and I was crying in the shower. I got myself together. I got to philosophy class, made it through that hour, got out. And I had to find my best friend, Lee. And I was like, Lee, I need help. I'm like, Dominique broke my heart. And she was like, all right, let's get off campus. And we went to the zoo. I don't know why I went to the zoo, but I went to the zoo. And I was with the giraffes, and I was crying. I was with the monkeys, and I was crying. I was with the reptiles, and I was crying. They're probably like, get this girl out of here, right? And so, it kept going on, and I was like, I got to get her back. I got to get that dream back. And I started reading more Carlos Castaneda. I think I read the Celestine Prophecy 10 times, trying to find the meaning in life so I can articulate it to her and make her fall in love with me again. And it just didn't happen. She actually fell in love with someone else. I don't know the story. But, and months went by, and I was just devastated. And then I was walking on campus, and I was by myself. It was a spring day. It was beautiful out. The birds were chirping. And for the first time in a long time, I was just happy, And it dawned on me that my dream world had become a reality. And, Dominique, she loved me in that summer. And she didn't love me because I was a boy or Tevin Campbell or Dan, right? She saw me and she loved me. And I was like, you know, love is possible. Like, I'm gonna find love. And it was in that moment that I realized that the first thing I need to do to be loved is to love myself. So I started loving Rosie. Thank you.